everyone. This is Blue Wolf Productions, and I am here to bring you guys my updated manga collection video for 2022. It's been a very long time since I've done one of these. I think the last time I did one of these was 2019 or 2020. I don't think I did one of these in 2021, but yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys my updated collection, because I have gotten a lot more manga in the past couple of years. I can't even believe it's 2022 already. Past few years just feel like they've flown by, but yeah, let's just get straight into it. So starting off, we have Maximum Ride volumes 1 to 5. I meant to get more of this last year, but I think a lot of the volumes are out of stock on Amazon and a lot of places I checked. So I do plan to get more Maximum Ride this year. I think volume 10 or something just came out, or it's about to come out, or something like that. But yeah, so I read the first 4 volumes, I think. And I remember liking this series. Yeah, it's by Yin Press, and it's by based off a novel by James Lee Patterson, and the art is done by Naraya Lee. I think she's like a South Korean manga artist. But yeah, so that's Maximum Ride volumes 1 to 5. Do want to get more of that this year. And then moving down, we have Rurouni Kenshin Viz Big volumes 1 to 9. So the Viz Bigs are 3-in-1s, except for the last one, which is a 4-in-1. So yeah, Rurouni Kenshin, from what I understand, is getting a new anime. I don't know when it's supposed to come out, but that's pretty dope. Now, I am surprised that they're doing that, considering the fact there's a controversy around the author. But it has been a couple of years since then, so maybe they decided it's safe now. But regardless of the controversy surrounding the author and what he's done, he did write a very classic shonen samurai series. It's very good. I do plan to reread this series this year, probably, because it's been a long time since I've read it. I think I read it in 2018. So I do want to reread it because I did like it. So yeah, that's Viz Big volumes 1 to 9. And then next to that is, zoom out, Yu Yu Hakusho volumes 1 to 19 complete. So this is the only series Togashi, I'm sorry, this is one of Togashi's series that he did complete. The other one is Level E, which is 3 volumes long. I don't know if that one ever came out in English, but Yu Yu Hakusho is a really good shonen battle series. I read the manga, I think in 2019 or 2020. Yeah, like, it's pretty good. I will say the anime is better than it. Yeah, because I think the anime just does a better job of adapting some of the fights and some of the artwork. Especially during the Three Kings saga, because the Three Kings saga and the manga is kind of rough with its art. But yeah, if you guys have not checked out Yu Yu Hakusho, I'd say check it out. I definitely recommend the anime a little bit more than the manga, but yeah, the manga's not bad. So that's Yu Yu Hakusho, and then in front of that is Togashi's magnum opus, in my opinion, which is Hunter x Hunter volumes 1 to 10, and then 12 and 13. I am missing volume 11. A friend of mine gave me these 2 volumes, which is really nice. But yeah, Hunter x Hunter. Funny thing with Hunter x Hunter is that it's like, it is, like, in my opinion, I think it's the best battle shonen, but it used to be my favorite, but it's not anymore, only because of Togashi's hiatus. And as of right now, I just don't think the series will ever come off of hiatus, or if it does, it won't be for a very long time. But yeah, in my opinion, I think it's the best battle shonen in terms of its quality. I will say One Piece currently is my favorite battle shonen right now, just because of just because of the legacy behind it. But yeah, I do love Hunter x Hunter still. I will also say the anime for this one is better than its manga, because the manga for Hunter x Hunter has infamously bad artwork. But I will say it's still a good thing to have in your collection if you're a Hunter x Hunter fan like myself. So yeah, I do plan to get volume 11, maybe some more volumes of this, even though I'm not really pressured, because it's like he's not going to come back up from hiatus for a while, if at all. But yeah, so that's everything on this shelf. I will now cut this part of the video, and then we'll move on to the next shelf, so give me 1 second. Alright, so we're back. So starting off with this shelf, we have Jocko the Galactic Patrolman manga, which is a prequel manga to the Dragon Ball series. I have not read that yet, actually, but I do know Jocko appears in the anime, like in Resurrection F is where he made his first appearance. And then here we have Dragon Ball 1 to 16, and then Dragon Ball Z 1 to 26. So this is the entire series of Dragon Ball in its manga format, volume 1 to 42. Yeah, like what else is there to say about Dragon Ball? It's awesome, it's legendary. I mean, like, how can one just not have Dragon Ball in their collection? I mean, it's just like, it's such a mainstay in battle shonen. Now, is it the best battle shonen? No, but it's definitely awesome. But yeah, and no, I do not plan to collect Dragon Ball Super, because I have mixed feelings about it, and yeah, not great. But that's all of Dragon Ball and Jocko the Galactic Patrolman. And then going down here is the best manga I've ever read as of right now, which is Blade of the Immortal, Volume 1 down to this, Volume 31, complete in the singles. So this is one of the first manga I actually ever collected. I think it's like the second or the third series I ever collected. The singles, I don't recommend trying to collect these. They're just way too hard to find. And trust and believe, trying to get all of these back in, I think it was 2016, 2017, these were impossible. But Blade of the Immortal has really, really nice artwork. And the reason why I got these, because I didn't want to wait for the 3-in-1 paperback omnibuses to come out from Dark Horse, because I knew it would take a long ass time. But I'd say it was worth it. And the fun thing about these, that they actually read like a Western book from left to right and not right to left. It's one of the few manga that do. But yeah, in my opinion, I think everyone should read Blade of the Immortal manga. It's just so good. It's too good not to read. Yeah, and I might give this a reread either sometime this year. I want to reread some stuff this year. But yeah, so that's all of Blade of the Immortal in the singles. And if you do plan on getting Blade of the Immortal, I either recommend getting the hardcovers that Dark Horse is currently putting out, or the 3-in-1 paperbacks, which go in and out of print a lot. So I'd say your safest bet is just to get the hardcovers, because those will probably be in print for a long time. And up here is just a collection of bookmarks and some comics that a friend gave me, and a couple 3DS games. But yeah, so moving on to the next series after that, we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1, Phantom Blood, Complete, Volume 1, 2, and 3. And then we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2, Battle Tendency, Volumes 1 to 4 complete. And then Stardust Crusaders, Volumes 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then 7, 8, and 9, and 10. So that's all of the original JoJoniums that came out in Japan. And then we also have Part 4, Volume 1 to 4, I have read all of JoJo. I recently finished part 7 manga. I actually recently finished the part 7 manga. Yeah, JoJo is just such an awesome series, guys. You just have to go and check it out. It's just so awesome. These hardcovers that Viz puts out are just so amazing. Their quality, yeah, it just is awesome. Now, the only thing that does suck, especially once you get to part 4 here, is that so for those of you who don't know, Araki is a huge fan of Western music, but he names some of his characters and stand abilities after Western music. Problem is, copyright over here in America does not like that. So unfortunately, when they were localized into English, they had to change a lot of the names to avoid copyright lawsuits. But what are you gonna do? Like, some of the name changes are good, some of them suck. I did read, like, now granted, I was able to actually read a lot of the colored scans for JoJo, which do have the correct names. And I read most of the colored scans for from part 3 and onward. But yeah, so that's all of so yeah, I do have the rest of part 4, and I do have the rest of part 4, and you'll see that later in the video. But yeah, so that's part 1, part 2, part 3, and the first 4 volumes of part 4, and you'll see the rest later. Alright, so moving down here, we have Planet Test by Makoto Yukimura. I may or may not sell these on eBay, only because, like, when I read this manga, I was not that big of a fan of it. I kind of thought it was really, really boring. But I might reread it and give it another chance before I decide to let it go. But at the same time, you know, these are super hard to find. They're really rare. So there's a part of me that wants to keep them, but at the same time, I could sell them. They could make some good money. So yeah, so that's Planet Test Omnibuses 1 and 2. And then below that, we have Black Cat Volume 1, 20, complete. I read this manga way back in 2017, 2018. Same with this one. Mostly everything in this collection I've read at least once. There are some things I just haven't read yet, but mostly everything I've read at least once. The Black Cat's a pretty good shonen series. I watched the anime for it a long time ago, like I think in 2015 or 2016. Though I will say the manga is better than the anime, but it's still good regardless. But yeah, so that's Black Cat, and then below that we have Apple Black Volume 1, and then below that we have Brody's Ghost by Mark Crilly. Now, quick thing with both of these, they are made by so Apple Black is made by a YouTuber called White Manga, who does a lot of drawing tutorial videos, and I like his stuff because I actually am in the process of learning how to draw. And yeah, I like his stuff. I've watched his stuff for many, many years. He has excellent tutorials. Now with Apple Black Volume 1, unfortunately I did damage this way back in the day, only because I kind of left this in a hot car and the glue spine melted and it kind of broke. So yeah, and also Apple Black Volume 1 and 2 I think are out of print on Amazon, but I think there's a reprinting of Volume 1 coming out this summer, which will have a different cover and stuff, so I will pick that up. And then for Brody's Ghost, it's made by Mark Crilly, who does a lot of drawing tutorials as well. Sorry about the camera shake. I just had to. I was actually. So yeah, I'm just sitting down now. So yeah, Brody's Ghost. I read this a while back too. I might give this a reread this year as well. And I did like it a lot actually. Mark Crilly really knows what he's doing with his storytelling and stuff. But yeah, and so we're gonna move on to the next shelf. I might do a separate collection video for some of my art books and how to draw books. But yeah, so that's everything on that shelf. And moving on down below, we have Naruto, the first box set, volumes 1 to 27. I'm not gonna really try to take this out, only because I just like there's as you can see, there's PS3 games here, and I don't really want these to fall. But yeah, we have the first box set for Naruto, volumes 1 to 27, and next to that we have Naruto manga box set 2, which is volumes 28 to 48. And then next to that we have Bakuman volumes 1 to 20 complete. Like, all these are complete right here. This is complete, obviously. And then we have the Tokyo Ghoul Re box set, volumes 1 to 16. I've not read Tokyo Ghoul Re. I read the original Tokyo Ghoul series back in 2018. And you'll see that in a little bit. Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul is a series that I do like a lot. I do plan to reread Tokyo Ghoul Part 1 and then start Tokyo Ghoul Re this year too, hopefully. Yeah, and then for Bakuman, it's made by the same creators of Death Note, which you'll see later in the video because I do own that as well. Yeah, Bakuman is a manga about making manga, and it's pretty good. I like it a lot. I saw the anime several years back, and just go and check this one out, guys. It's so good. And then and speaking of Naruto, I also have box set 3. So I do own all of Naruto. So not much to say about Naruto. It's a classic battle shonen. I grew up with it. Like, I was in 3rd grade when the anime came out in the West. I loved it. I thought it was cool. I thought ninjas were cool. And I read all of Naruto not 2021. I read all of Naruto in 2020, and then I finished the rest of it in early 2021. In my opinion, the best part of Naruto is from volumes 1 to 48. Volume 49 to 72, I mean, everyone knows how infamous the war arc is. Some like it, some hate it. I don't like the war arc. I think the pacing is horrible. It retcons a lot of stuff. It makes Naruto as a series a little bit worse, in my opinion. But and I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted in the past to sell this, but I'll just keep it just for the sake of completion. But yeah, like, if I were to ever reread Naruto again, I would not read the war arc because it's just bad. But yeah, Naruto is, aside from the war arc, Naruto is pretty solid. Yeah, what else is there to say about it? Everyone loves it. And then down below all that is the Pandora Hearts box set, which is contains 12 omnibuses on the inside. Now, because the other 3 box sets are sitting on top of this one, I'm not really going to go out my way to try to remove this, because I just don't feel like removing this. I might give this, like, I'm gonna definitely give this one away. I read Pandora Hearts last year in the summer of 2021. I read, like, so it's like 107 chapters long. I read about 43 chapters. It's the problem I have with Pandora Hearts is the artwork is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It has the most beautiful shonen artwork ever. Actually, not the most. I would say some of the most beautiful shonen artwork ever. But the problem I have with Pandora Hearts is that it kind of got slow and repetitive with its story beats, and I just lost interest in it. I just don't have any plans to go back to this. But for what it was, I mean, it was entertaining, but I would say I dropped it at a good point. So yeah, I will be giving this one away for sure. So yeah. So we're gonna cut the video again. We're gonna go on to the next shelf. So just give me 1 second. All right, we're back. So up here we have Goodnight Pun Pun, volume 1 and 2. I have. I'll be honest. I have not read a lot of Inyo Asano manga, and I do plan on correcting that this year. The only Asano manga I've read is Solanin, as well as the epilogue volume down here. Um, from what I understand about Goodnight Pun Pun, it's one of the most darkest and depressing manga series that most people have ever read, and it does have me curious to see how dark this can be. As of right now, the darkest thing I've ever read is Berserk, which, by the way, I don't own Berserk anymore. I actually gave it away to a friend of mine. It was a series that I did read in 2021, but the Golden Age arc is definitely messed me up a little bit. So, like, Berserk is a good series, but it did mess me up a little bit though. If you've read or watched the Golden Age movies, you'll know what I'm talking about. That really just kind of messed me up. Um, but yeah, but let's not talk about Berserk. Let's talk about the stuff I have right here. So, Goodnight Pun Pun. I do plan on reading this year. I do plan on collecting more of it this year because, from what I understand, last year this stuff was really hard to find. So, I don't want to let this stuff go out of stock again. So yeah, Goodnight Pun Pun 1 and 2. And then, like I said before, I have Solanin and the epilogue volume. I read these back in 2017 or 2018. Solanin's a really good series. If you're someone who's in their 20s and you're just trying to work your way through life and figure stuff out, it's relatable. Definitely can say it was relatable for me for a good couple of years. But I would still say good series, solid. I have figured stuff out in my life now, so that's good. And then below that, we have What a Wonderful World, Volume 1 and 2. Like I said before, I haven't read a lot of Asano stuff, with the exception of Solanin, but I do want to read more of that this year. Yeah, and then below that, we have Nijigahara Holograph, also by Asano. So this is all my Asano stuff, basically. Like I said before, with the exception of Solanin, haven't read most of it, but I do plan to do that this year. And then next to that, we have Volume 5 of Monster in German, because, now, I can't speak any German. Unfortunately, I grabbed this by accident off of Abe Books, and I have to, ship this back because I thought this was in English. A lot of Monster volumes have gone out of stock in the past year, but Volume 5 and Volume 9 are coming back in stock, at least on Barnes & Noble. I don't know if it's going to be in stock next, but all I know is that in February, I do plan to get Volume 5 and 9 of Monster, so I can have all of it. But, so yeah, there's that. And then moving down here, we have Tokyo Ghoul Pass, which is a light novel. I think it's... A funny thing is, I think it's the only light novel I own. I don't really own a lot of light novels, but this is like a prequel to the Tokyo Ghoul manga right here. But, yeah, Tokyo Ghoul Past. And then, behind that, we have Tokyo Ghoul 1 to 14 Complete. I read this a long time ago, I think in 2017, if I believe, or I think it was 2018. Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul, everyone knows it, everyone loves it. I recommend it. It's such a good series. And like I said before, I do plan on rereading this year so I can read Tokyo Ghoul Re. But from what I understand, a lot of people say Tokyo Ghoul Re is hit or miss. Either you like it or you don't, so I'm hoping I like it. But this series is so good. It's so good. I like it a lot. And next to that, we have Death Note Black Edition, Volume 1 to 6. So these are 2-in-1s. The original series was 12 volumes long. I would say the Black Editions, in my opinion, are the best way to own Death Note. Because they just look cool. I'd say, like most people say, they're the coolest looking ones. I saw the anime for this a long time ago. I've actually never read the manga before. I do plan to read the manga this year. The only thing I know about the manga is that the manga ending and the anime ending are slightly different. But, yeah. Everyone knows Death Note. Everyone loves Death Note. So we're just going to move on. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of sitting down right now. And then next to that, we have Promised Neverland Volume 1, 2. Oh, and quick one other thing about Death Note. They are releasing some type of compendium volume called Death Note Other Stories or Death Note Short Stories. And it's like a compilation volume of a bunch of short stories that take place after the original manga ends. So that's supposed to come out this fall, if I'm not mistaken. So I will be picking that up, and then I will have all of Death Note. And next to that, we have Promised Neverland Volumes 1 to 7. So I saw the anime for Promised Neverland back in 2019. Season 1 was awesome, but from what I understand, Season 2 came out last year, and it was just a train wreck. And I haven't really touched Promised Neverland since. I didn't see the second season of the anime, but I'm just going off of what other people say, and it seems like it's a train wreck. The reason why I don't have more of it, because I was hoping that Viz was going to release a box set for it, because they are releasing the art book for it this year. So I was hoping they were going to release a box set for it as well. I don't know if they will or not. I will hold out a bit longer before I get more of this, because the reason why I don't have... So this is a quick side note back to Tokyo Ghoul. The reason why I don't have the Tokyo Ghoul box set, actually, is because back when they were releasing a box set back in 2018, like I had asked them, will they ever make a box set for it, and they said no. But then later that year, a box set came out, and then I was kind of out of luck because I already owned volume 1 to 7 of the box set. So there was no point in getting a box set when I already owned half the volumes for the series. So I don't want the same thing to happen with Promised Neverland, where I end up getting more volumes and then they release a box set later or something, because I do want to own that. I'd say box sets are the best way to own anything. But Promised Neverland, I want to get around to reading it this year, regardless if they release a box set or not, because it's such a good series. Now, the only thing I know about the manga is that some people say the manga falls off, but not as bad as like the anime, so we'll see. But yeah, there's Promised Neverland. And then down here we have Vinland Saga 1 to 7. As you can see, I've read a little bit of Vinland Saga. I read a little bit of that in 2020. I didn't get super far with Vinland Saga. I watched the first 3 episodes of season 1 of the anime. I know season 2 is coming out. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I want to be caught up with this one, but at the same time, it's like there's a part of me that wants to wait until the manga ends, because from what I understand, the manga is in its final arc. But the manga ending could take like maybe another year or two, so maybe I'll start reading this or watch the anime or something. I'm not sure. But yeah. Also, I used to have a Silent Voice in my collection, but I gave that away to a friend of mine. I had like the box set for it, which is like the first 7, which is all 7 volumes complete. But I don't have that anymore. I gave it away to a friend. Silent Voice was good for what it was, but it's kind of slow, kind of not really my cup of tea that much, but it was good for what it was. And then down below that, we have Vagabond Viz Bigs 1 to 10. Yeah, I've only read like a little bit of the first Viz Big here. This is another one that's kind of like Hunter x Hunter, where it's on indefinite hiatus, and this one probably will just never come back, period. I mean, but for what it is, I mean, in a way, probably deserves a break. I mean, Vagabond has some of the most beautiful manga artwork I've ever seen. I think the manga artwork for Vagabond is even better than Berserk, in my opinion. But, yeah, I do plan to get volumes 11 and 12 of the Viz Bigs. I have volume 11 coming in from Book Depository. And then, like, the 12th Viz Big, from what I understand, is just kind of out of stock or out of print right now. So, but Vagabond is a really popular series, so any volumes that are missing will come back into circulation. You just need to be patient. And, I will try to get around to reading this one this year, but I'm not really sure if I will. Just because I know there's not such a high demand for me to do it, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's Vagabond Vizbigs 1 to 10. And then next to that, we have the Akira box set. And let me see if I can open this. Yeah. So this is Akira volumes 1 to 6. I read the Akira manga back in 2019. It's just a classic. I mean, Akira's just a classic. I've not seen the movie, but I probably will try to see it this year or something. But yeah, nothing much to say about Akira. It's a classic. And I did like the manga. Yeah. So I'm going to cut, and then I'll show you the rest of my collection, and then we will be done. All right, so on to the last leg of my collection. So starting off, we have Full Metal Alchemist, the Full Metal Editions, volumes 1 to 10. I'm sorry if you have trouble seeing that. It's just because the letters are holographic. Also, the reason why these are in a cardboard box is because I just don't have any more bookshelves to just put these on. If I did, I would just put them on there. But I've seen the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood anime. I've not seen the old anime from 2003. I'm not up to date with the Full Metal editions at all, because if I'm not mistaken, I think they have up to volume 15 released. So I do want to get more Full Metal this year, and probably I will get around to reading the manga this year as well. Only because, like, I've never read the manga for Full Metal Alchemist. I've only seen the Brotherhood anime. But yeah, what is there to say about Full Metal? It's a lot of people say it's like the best shonen of all time. I would say it's definitely tied with Hunter x Hunter for being the best, in my opinion. But yeah, that's Full Metal Alchemist volumes 1 to 10, the Full Metal editions. Yeah, I would say these are also the best release for Full Metal Alchemist, because there's the 3-in-1s, but I think those are out of print. And then there's the box set, which is definitely hard to find. But yeah. So, and then next to that, we have Message to Adolf. Now, I read this manga in 2021. So from my understand, so Message to Adolf is 36 chapters long. I read about 12 chapters of it and I dropped it. So I may or may not give these away. But then again, it is Osamu Tezuka manga, which is, you know, he's the godfather of a lot of manga. So I don't know. Maybe I'll keep these just for the sake of, like, that. Just for the sake that it's special. But I did enjoy Message to Adolf for what it was, but the reason why I dropped it is just because the story started going in a direction that I thought was a little bit uninteresting. After a while, because like it. I don't want to spoil stuff, but it does shift from the main characters, which are two boys named Adolf, and it shifts to this guy who's looking for he basically lost his brother or something to the SS. But that's all I'll say about this. But yeah, I mean, it was okay for what it was, but I did drop it. But yeah. And then next to that, we have The Flowers of Evil Omnibuses 1 to 4 complete. So I read this manga back in 2019, and I think it was 2020. 2020 is when I read this. It's definitely one of the best manga I've read. I like the series a lot. It's just so twisted and so dark and stuff. And yeah, I'd say everyone should read this, in my opinion. Like, it's just so good. So good. How could you just... Like, this is just something that everyone should read at least once, in my opinion. But, yeah, so moving on to there, we have Monster Perfect Editions. I'm sorry if you guys can't see that because it's dark. There we go. So we have Monster Perfect Edition volumes 1 and 2. And then we have 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Now, I don't own all of Monster, as I said earlier. and mainly because, like I said before, a lot of these volumes are really, really hard to find. Um, but I did see the anime for it several years ago. Like I think I saw the anime in 2017. Um, yeah, Monster is a good series, guys. Um, now I will say the anime had some slow pacing, but I've not read the manga for it, so maybe the manga pacing will be better. But it worked. But the slow pacing works for the type of story it is because it is a mystery. But yeah, Monster by Naoki Urasawa, good stuff. So I'd recommend everyone see the anime or at least buy the manga. Um, I'm assuming more volumes will come back into print this year. And then next to that, we have All You Need Is Kill. The artwork is done by Takeshi Obata, the same artist as Death Note and the same artist as Bakuman. I have not read this yet, but from my understanding, a lot of people like it. The movie Edge of Tomorrow is based off of this manga, and the manga is based off of a light novel. Um, so yeah, so All You Need Is Kill. I do want to get around to reading this year because it's just really short. It's a single volume, so yeah, not too hard to get around to that. And then next to that, we have Asher Lost in Space, Volume 1. And then I have the rest of it here, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's complete. So I read Asher Lost in Space last year. There is an anime for it. I did not watch the anime, but I did read the manga. The manga is pretty good. It's solid. It's nice and short, nice and sweet. Yeah, not much to say about Astra Lost in Space. I'd say it's pretty good. I'd say you should watch the anime or read the manga. Um, but yeah, like Astra Lost in Space. So that's that. And then moving on to the next box. Like I said before, I don't have any other bookshelves to really put these in. One day I will have more bookshelves or something when I move out and get my own place. But till then, these will have to do. So, like I said before, I have the rest of JoJo Part 4. So that's Part 4, Volume 5 to Volume 9. So that's all of Part 4. And then I have the first two JoJoniums for Part 5, which is Volume 1 and 2. And I pre-ordered Volume 3 today. I want to make sure I pre-order all the JoJoniums when they come out, just because they cost $19, but if you can pre-order them, they'll be a little bit cheaper. But yeah, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it's awesome. I've seen every part. Well, okay, that's a lie. I've seen part 5 of the anime, but I read the manga for parts 1 to 4, and I'm watching the part 6 anime now. And I do plan to get I will make an anime collection video as well. I don't have as much anime as I do manga, but I will show you guys my anime collection in another video. But yeah, for right now, that's all of part 4 complete, and then the first 2 volumes of part 5. And then next to that, we have Naoki Urasawa's 20th Century Boys. So that's volume 1 to 9, and then 10 and 11, and then the epilogue volume, 21st Century Boys. And this is the entire series of that complete. I've only read like the first 20 chapters of 20th Century Boys, maybe like in 2017, or I think it was 2016. But from those first 20 chapters, this is a really good series. And I can't wait to actually delve deeper into it this year. Yeah, 20th Century Boys. It's by Naoki Urasawa, so yeah, it's gonna be some good stuff. And then we have Prophecy Volumes 1 to 3. That's the whole series complete. As well as Genshiken Omnibus 1, which I think is a 3-in-1 volume. I don't know how long Genshiken is supposed to be. I know I think there's like 3 or 4 omnibus volumes. So I think Genshiken originally was 12 volumes in the singles. I'm not sure. But I've not read Genshiken, but I have read Prophecy Volumes 1 to 3. For what it is, it's okay. It's very, if you've seen the anime Terror and Resonance, it's very similar to Terror and Resonance. However, instead of focusing on real terrorism, it's focused on cyber terrorism. But and I would say Prophecy is pretty relevant to a lot of things today regarding the internet and social media and stuff. But I may or may not give Prophecy away just because it's like,
it's good, but I don't know if it's like worth to keep in the collection good, because like the story could be deeper than it is, but it's like it's only 22 volume, not 22, not 22 volumes. It's 22 chapters long, which is, for the type of story it is, it should be longer than 22 chapters, but for what it is, it was decent, but yeah, might give that one away. All right. And sorry about the rotation of my camera here, but we're almost done, guys. We have Magi volumes 1 to 7. Um, I've seen like the first 10 episodes of the Magi anime, and I read a little bit of the manga a while back. I want to get into this manga hopefully by the end of this year. I don't know if I can collect it though, because a lot of volumes for it are missing. I mean, maybe I will collect some of the volumes that I might collect some of the volumes that are not out of stock or out of print. Um, but yeah, so that's 1 to 7. Then there's Dead Man Wonderland, volume 1 and 2. Now this one is just gone. Like I got these many years ago, but since then this series has gone out of stock, and I don't know if it's out of print, but it's definitely hard to find. It's 13 volumes long. I read the first volume a long time ago, and then I just felt uninspired to get the rest of it, but that was a bad move on my part. But we live and we learn. And then we have Noragami Volume 1. I've not read Noragami at all. I've not seen the anime, but I hear good things about it, so yeah, we'll have to see. But I think the manga goes on and off hiatus a lot. I think it's not on hiatus anymore, but I could be wrong about that. And then we have Elfen Lied, omnibuses 1, 2, and 3. I think there's 4 omnibuses in total. I've not read this yet, but I hear that the series is pretty dark. So yeah. And then we have The Legends of Luke Skywalker, the manga. I've not read this yet. But I just kind of own this because I think it's cool to have Star Wars manga. I mean, Star Wars in a manga style. That's pretty cool, right? I did see Star Wars Visions last year though, and that was pretty dope. I like that a lot. And then we have Happiness Volume 1 by Shuzo Oshimi, the same person who made Flowers of Evil. I've not read Happiness yet, but I hear it's really good. A lot of people like it. So yeah. And then there's Land of the Lustrous Volume 1. So I know a lot of people like this one as well. And yeah, but from what I understand, the Land of the Lustrous manga is on hiatus right now. So yeah, so I may read, like, I don't know if I'll get more of this, but we'll just have to see. And then last but certainly not least, we're going to walk over here. We have Black Clover. So I own volume 1 to 18. Volume 1's at the bottom of this pile, which I just really just don't feel like taking out to show you guys. But I do have 1 to 18. This is not up to date. I think there's 27 volumes of this out right now. But I am up to date with reading it on the Viz Media Shonen Jump app. Yeah. So I am up to date with the manga currently, but I don't have up to volume 27 right now. So I do plan to get more of that this year. And that's it, guys. That is it. We are done. Yeah. So I don't know how many volumes of manga I own. There is some stuff I'm going to give away just because I don't think I'll be reading it anytime soon, or things I just don't think that were that good. But yeah, I will put down in the title how many volumes of manga this actually is. And yeah, so yeah, I will try to make another one of these by the end of this year, or maybe in the summer of this year, but more than likely by the end, usually because my collection usually grows more so by the end of a year. But yeah, so with that being said, I am Blue Wolf Productions, guys. You guys take care. Happy New Year. All that other stuff. Like this video. Subscribe if you want more videos like this one. I do plan on doing more stuff with the channel this year. Not sure what that will entail yet, but some good things are to come soon. So yeah, take care, guys.